Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are just going to be doing a quick discussion on all the updates that were recently made to the patch 5.1 special site, Vows of Virtue, Deeds of Cruelty. Now, we got a lot of information from the last letter from the producer. That should be the last one until patch 5.1 comes out. And yeah, so they did make some changes to the sites, just a little bit more information on what we can be expecting. So here we are at the site, and the first real big things that they added on was that we finally have a release date for it, which is October 29th, and as well as adding the trailer. So you can just click on here and you can go ahead and watch the trailer. I already did a video of my live reaction to it for the first time I ever saw it, and I thought it was pretty good. I'll put the link down below in the discussion if you want to see me freaking out about that. Moving on. So we already know about the main scenario quest as well as some of the pictures that we've gotten from that. But here we have an update for the new challenges. So this is going to be the Dark Apocalypse, the new Alliance raid dungeon, and it's called the Copied Factory. Machina indistinguishable from men in appearance, speech, demeanor. Anyone in Norvrant would dismiss such an idea as the fantastical ramblings of drunken dwarfs. The discovery of a white-clad woman identifying herself as an android, however, may call everything that has long been believed about technology into question. So here we have just a little quick update on some of the major players that are going to be part of the Copied Factory. And of course, we have a little bit more information on our guest creators, Yoko Taro and Yasuku Sato, as well as some pictures. So we're just going to go through these quick pictures. And if you don't recognize these two dwarves, they were actually part of a small side quest in Kalusha. And if you want to see them, I just recommend that you go over to Kalusha and do all the dwarf quests there. And you actually get a tiny little hint of the Dark Apocalypse coming up. So it does look like it will be taking place in Kalusha. And that's where we meet our new friend here. She's pretty cute, actually. And it looks like here we actually are facing up against some of the monsters that we can be expecting. And they're not like the usual frog ones that we get, the frog-like machines that the dwarves have been known to use. We see their eyes lighting up, so I'm guessing they're a lot like maybe security. Like they kind of react when they are trespassers. That's what I'm getting from this. But here is our first look at everything here. So it looks like this whole raid dungeon is going to be taking place inside like maybe a valley of like that's surrounded by all these mountains in Norvrant. But yeah, we see that it looks like an abandoned factory. We see all these metal walkways, these staircases, there's lots of machines and parts are going to be about. I saw a lot of that during the trailer, so you actually get a quick glimpse of what we can be expecting from there. And here, this looks to be one of the bosses that we will be fighting against. So this looks like an interesting mechanic. We have these giant mechanical arms that are thrashing about and trying to attack us, and these giant balls of electricity that are falling around us, so that's going to be fun. But another interesting part here is if you look down here, we have our new friend also fighting alongside us, so that's going to be very interesting to see if you ask me. Also, you can visit a special site up here which talks a little bit more about the Dark Apocalypse. So we see our new friend as well as several other characters who are probably going to be playing major roles in it later on. Now, here for the story, Emantic android, mysterious machine life forms, and deadly secrets. Newfound ruins amidst the Dulgura Mountains have drawn the attention of curious dwarves and the warrior of darkness alike. The discovery of a pale-garbed woman calling herself 2P, however, will force these intrepid explorers to confront the reality and dangers of technology beyond their wildest dreams. So yes, it does mention characters such as here we have 2P, who is our friend. She's an android in white, awakened from the excavation tunnels near Punma. Her knowledge of the ruins and their machine life forms could be an invaluable asset. So it does look like we'll be getting at least two other major characters here. We don't know who they are yet. We'll probably get more information on that in the days to come. But we also have some more information here. We have Yoko Taro and Yusaki Sato here, so you can actually read a little bit more about them and how they're actually tied into this and what they think about it. And while down here, we actually have a very interesting bit, which has nothing to do with Final Fantasy XIV, but it does relate to the automata. So this is a little bit more about another game, about where we're getting so many inspiration from. So you can go ahead and read that as well. Talks about the latest update and all about the game. So yeah, it's an interesting way to go about it. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have planned for us. Okay, but moving on down here, we have the Grand Cosmos. That's the new dungeon. But here is the next part of the update, which is the Beast Tribe quest. Not entirely sure if we should really call them Beast Tribe because they're not technically a Beast Tribe. However, what it does say here is Brandic folklore holds that pixies have a penchant for visiting the dreams of mortals. First time I'm hearing about that. Assuming that there is truth to this legend, what manners of dreams might these mischief-loving souls bring with them? If you would know the answer, close your eyes, suspend disbelief, and step into Lieg Meg, the fantastical garden of dreams. So that does look like we will be entering like this world of dreams, which is going to be fascinating. We actually saw a little bit of that during the last letter from the producer, and we see like it looked like a giant fantasy playground, if you ask me. But we also have some pictures here, including what looks to be like the main character for like these new tribe quests, as well as her cute little friend here. And it looks like that we will be meeting probably in Lakeland. It wouldn't surprise me, at least that's what it looks like in the background. And here is another character who will be playing an important role. You can tell that because they both look so different from the rest of the Pixies, kind of like Feyre. In the background you see it's in Lakeland, so we probably, I don't know, maybe we have some kind of strange dream and we're awoken and it's because of these two. So it does look like we will be playing a big part there. And here is the little dream world that we had seen during the letter from the producer. And it looks like just this great playground. And this will be a place that we will be able to go to. So we should be able to walk around here. We'll be able to have fun. It looks like a really cute, fun place to visit. I really am looking forward to that. So I'm guessing that we're going to be helping them maybe pass on like sweet dreams to other people, that we create this wonderful, fantastic garden and build more play sets and just have a lot of fun with the Pixies. So that's going to be very fun to see. Alright, and we also have some new custom deliveries. Kai-Shirr has at long last been reunited with his childhood friends in Yulmore. I'm really happy for him, though he finds the city itself undergoing sweeping changes following the fall of Valfrey. In the hope of helping to forge a brighter future for his new home, Kai-Shirr devises a plan to attract visitors to Yulmore, with the beehive playing a central role. However, in order to cater to the needs of customers from every walk of life, he must needs seek the aid of none other than the Warrior of Darkness. So we actually have a couple pictures. If you remember, Kai-Shirr was a character that we helped into Yulmore when we first came to Kalusha. And later on, he ends up helping us when we return to Yulmore and helps explain what's going on. So it looks like he's decided to take matters into his own hands. He's trying to really forge his own life now rather than just live off the scraps of others. So I'm guessing that these two behind him are his friends that he made. And maybe they will be helping him. That would be interesting to see. What surprises me, though, is that we will be in the beehive. And if you remember the beehive, I'm just going to come out and say it, it's a strip club. Okay, so looks like we will be paying visits to the beehive from now on. And here we have him. He's dressed in like these new clothes. He seems to be in charge of the beehive here. And maybe it will be changing it to something maybe a little bit more less erotic, I'm guessing. That's all I have to say. I'm not sure how I feel about the whole thing. I don't like the beehive personally. I think it was just stupid. Mostly because they made me dance up on that stage, and I did not want to do it in front of all those drunkards. But that's just me. If nothing else, though, it looks to be interesting. Next up, we have the Slice is Right. This is part of the new gate that's coming to the Gold Saucer. Hailing from the far east, the mysterious swordsman Yojimbo descends upon the Gold Saucer. Only those with lightning-quick reflexes and the providence of the Kame will be able to withstand his onslaught and reign victorious in the ultimate test of skill and sheer luck. So we have a couple pictures. here is Yojimbo, and we actually have a couple more people like standing up on these stages who are watching the whole thing, including what looks like maybe some Domans also watching, at least people from the Far East. However, if you have played through the Hildebrand quest lines, then you will know who this guy really is. So I'm actually it's quite funny knowing who he is and why he's here. So it's actually a nice little tie-in. But we also have another scene of kind of what looks like what's happening is that we get these giant pillars of bamboo, and he's going to be attacking them, and they are just going to be falling all over, and you just have to find a place to stand where you don't get crushed by the bamboo. They actually showed some of that during the last letter from the producer, so that's going to be, yeah, it's going to be a rough time, I'm guessing. But hey, it's something new, and I'm looking forward to that. And the next update we're going to be talking about is the Crafting and Gathering overhaul. So a great many changes are coming to the world of Crafting and Gathering in 5.1 and patch 5.2, enhancing the experience for beginners and veterans alike. Patch 5.1 will include various adjustments to actions, the removal of additional actions, improvements to the UI, and much more. There have also been adjustments to quick synthesis, desynthesis, and a quick new gathering option that's been added. So that's going to be fun to see. So we do have a quick picture. It's nothing too special. We have some of our crafters and gatherers in their new kind of class gear. So yeah, it's going to be very different for crafting and gathering from now on. So you all better enjoy it while you can now, before they make all those changes. So that looks to be everything that we have coming so far that's recently been updated. If you want, you can go here and look over it as much as you want. You can go ahead and explore it. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, I will strongly recommend that you do, because there are so much stuff that's coming up, and it sounds really interesting here because it does seem like the Dark Apocalypse may be getting voiceovers. I can't guarantee that. It's just kind of what I picked up from the last letter from the producer and from the trailer. But other than that, we do have some new pictures here, which we've already shown up ahead. But yeah, that's going to be it for the updates that we have so far. Once again, I do think we will be getting a few more updates as time goes on and we get closer to release date. So until next time, everyone, I hope you're all enjoying yourselves, and I will be seeing you on the 29th. So until then,